Antiquities Scheme database is full of objects that can tell us much about life in the past. But how do you find the information you're looking for? This video will show you some useful ways to search for information on the PAS database. To access the database, go to www.finds.org.uk and click the Database tab. The quickest and most simple search you can do is the All Artifacts and Coins search. You can find it in the menu on the left-hand side. This brings up everything on the database. You can then narrow down the results using the filters on the right-hand side. This method is great for finding interesting statistics such as how many Bronze Age objects are there on the database, or what objects are there the most of on the database. It's also a quick way to browse the most recent records because the newest are at the top, and it's a fun way to explore the database if you're not looking for anything in particular. Sometimes, however, you might want to search for something specific. If, for example, you're looking for a particular find and have the record number for it, or if you want to find all the records with a particular word in them. For this, you can use the basic search box. Simply type your term into the box and press search. In this example, we're looking for a particular object, so we will type its record number into the box and hit search. Then you can click on the record number and the full record will come up. As another example, let's say we are looking for objects with lions on them. The best way to do this is to type lion into the search box. Hitting search brings up all the records containing the word lion, and you can then use the filters on the right-hand side to narrow down the results as before. The basic search box is useful when you're not sure which database field the information is in because it searches all of them. However, you need to think carefully about what search terms you use, as it's easy to end up with unwanted results. It's not so good for words that are very common or have multiple meanings because it can be very difficult to filter out the ones you don't want. A word like lion is fairly unambiguous, but if you wanted to find objects with cats on them, you'd have a much harder time. You might try typing cat into the search box. However, a quick scroll through the results shows quite a few records that have nothing to do with cats. This is because the search brings up results that contain the word cat anywhere in the record, including where it's been used as an abbreviation for the word catalogue or where it's contained within a longer word such as category. We'll come back to the basic search box at the end of this video because it can be used to carry out some quite complex searches. But for now, just remember that whatever you type into the search box, the database will bring up all records containing that term, regardless of what database field they are in. If you know which database field you want to search, then the advanced search form is your best approach. To find the form, click Search Database in the left-hand menu. You'll see a list of more complex search forms with advanced search at the top. Clicking it brings up the advanced search form. There are 23 different fields that can be searched using the form, either on their own or in combination. For example, if you're looking for a specific object type, or if you want to find all the objects made of a particular material, or even both. First, let's try searching for all the brooches. Click into the object type field and start typing. You'll get a handy pop-up list to help. Select the correct term and then scroll down and hit the Submit Your Search button. This will bring up a list of all the brooches recorded on the database, and as before, you can narrow down the results using the filters on the right-hand side. But you could make your search more specific from the outset. Let's say you're only interested in gold brooches. Put brooch into the object type field as before. Then scroll down to the primary material field. This is a drop-down list, so click and scroll until you find gold. Submit your search, and this time you will get a list of just the gold brooches. You can do this with any of the fields listed and in any combinations that you wish. And you could add more fields to your search. Just be aware that if you make it too narrow, you could end up missing relevant records. There are also a number of numismatic search forms that function in a similar way to the advanced search form, but with specific numismatic fields. There's a form for each relevant board period, and when you open one up, you can see that there are options for searching by ruler, denomination, issuer, etc. Now we'll return to the basic search box. We showed you earlier how to conduct simple searches for particular words, but you can also use the basic search box to carry out some quite complicated database searches. However, you need to know how to construct your search to get the information you want. We'll cover some basic examples here, but for a full explanation, check out our handy guide to searching the database, which can be found on the Fines Recording Guides under the Counties tab, in the How To and General Guides section. To boost the searching power of the basic search box, you can use something called an operator. The operators used on the database are and, or, and not. With these three, you can construct some powerful database searches. Let's run through each of these using Roman coins as an example. Typing Roman and coins into the search box brings up all of the records containing both of the words Roman and coins. Essentially, this will be all of the Roman coins on the database, but in reality, you'll get some extraneous records because it searches for these words anywhere in the record. But you can use the filters on the right-hand side to remove the records you don't want. Next, typing Roman or coins into the search box brings up all the records containing either the word Roman or the word coins. So essentially, all the Roman objects and all the coins. Finally, typing Roman not coins brings up all the records containing the word Roman but not the word coins, which should be all the Roman objects except coins. If you type multiple terms into the basic search box without any operators between them, the database will treat it as if you've put and between them. So if you want to search for a phrase such as coin weight, you need to wrap it in speech marks, like this. You can still combine search terms like this using operators. For example, if we wanted to find hexagonal coin weights, we would type coin weight in speech marks and hexagon. You can also use the basic search box to search specific fields in a similar way to the advanced search form, but you'll need to use the correct syntax. There is a list of these in the guide to searching that we mentioned earlier. We'll use object type as an example here. First we type in the code for object type, followed by a colon. Then we add the name of the object we are looking for, in this case button. Notice there are no spaces. If you add a space, the search won't work. Submit the search and you'll get a list of all the buttons on the database, which you can narrow down in the normal way. Alternatively, you could exclude some records from the search by adding an operator. For example, if you're not interested in Roman buttons, you can construct your search like this. Object type : button, not Roman, and it will bring up a list of buttons except the Roman ones. So as you can see, there are numerous ways to extract information from the database to find the objects you're interested in. This is really only the tip of the iceberg. Why not check out our online guide and have a go yourself?